Time to slip into your working gear now on BBC2 and rise to the challenge.
Welcome to another Changing Rooms challenge. This week we're in Peckham in South London, made famous of course by the antics of Rodney and Delboy. Sadly they couldn't make it, but they have sent along their latest apprentice, the lovely Handy Andy, who's keeping up old family traditions there by turning up late, and he won't lift a finger till he's had a cup of tea. Each week we challenge neighbours to totally transform a room in each other's homes. Today it's the Gleaves who live at number 86, and their friends the Frasers, who live at number 98. Basically, they've got 2 days to do whatever they like. They can strip it, paint it, cover it in pink, whatever they want to do really. But what they don't know is what's happening to their room while they are out of the way. Each pair has a top designer, £500, and half shares in Andy, the man with a van load of know-how. The Gleaves want to reorganise their cramped nursery and do something about that awful wallpaper.
The best thing about the room at the moment is probably the window and the different coloured glass in the window panes. I like that. To be honest, that's probably about the only good thing about the room. What we'd like to do is just have a room which they can use as a playroom and obviously as a bedroom. But we don't want it to be a themed room, if you like, because they're going to have to stay in here for a while.
From my point of view, the worst thing that they could do to the room would be something that was almost too stimulating, so that the children never went to sleep, basically. Too many bright colours, too many exciting things to look at.
The Frasers want to smarten up their breakfast room for evening entertaining.
We've got all the National Trust colours and all the heritage colour paint cards for painting the whole house, and I look at them and think, oh, gorgeous blue, and then I think, no, I can't quite bring myself to paint things that colour. We are both Scottish, but I don't want it to sort of turn into a Scots way look around the house, and you don't want endless tartan loo roll holders or wee Scottish dolls.
Scottish bed and breakfast look.
No, absolutely not.
So it looks like the Scots versus the English, and I know who my money's on. Time to swap keys. There you go. Now remember, the designers have no idea what your neighbours like, so it's up to you to tell them, and I take no responsibility for it. You got 2 days, starting now. Off you go. Good luck. In the children's room is artist Linda Barker. She designs interiors for the rich and famous.
Hi!
Hello, Linda.
Welcome to the small nursery.
Tiniest room.
I know, we're a bit cramped in here. But we're here at last in the lovely floral wallpapered nursery.
Yeah.
Remind me again what we talked about before, what you wanted to do, what were your ideas?
Well, it's a children's room, so we need to get a bit more space. So a bunk bed.
Yes,
thought,
I know you're keen on a bunk bed.
And
It's a priority.
I'm not quite sure what we can do, whether we can sort of
Jazz it
up a bit.
Yeah, I think maybe some big MDF cut out shapes or something. I've got a little shape that I prepared earlier here. It's kind of, I think what I want to do is like at the bottom of the garden, kind of, not a more familiar nursery, but just something with an edge on, a bit different.
A bit unusual.
Yeah. Anything else you wanted to change particularly?
I think the other problem is storage, because it's really limited. They've only got one tiny chest of drawers.
Yeah, and with 2 children, we need to sort that out.
And we had one idea, which was shaker pegs or a rail with shaker pegs on, and we could put bags hanging off it to store
I know you were
toys
keen on the shaker thing, and I've been thinking about it, yes. And I've got a rather nice, not exactly shaker, but maybe New England picket fence type thing. So we'll lead you in.
Right.
I'll let you know what we're going to do with those later. So I think we better get on with it, don't you?
In the breakfast room is international interior designer Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. He's equally at home painting nymphs on the ceilings of opera houses or doing up exclusive restaurants. But this could be more of a challenge.
Good morning.
Hi,
Hello. Gosh,
Hello.
look as fresh as daisy.
Oh,
What's that?
this is something that Archie and I bought for James and Victoria when they moved in.
Wow. Well, I certainly think we can find a home for a sconce with a history. Let's put that aside. What else are we going to do?
Well, I was hoping that we were going to strip the woodwork here.
Well, we'll see. I've got some paint stripper which we'll be using for other things, so we'll talk about that later. Anything else?
What about colours? What kind of colours? I mean, Victoria's quite traditional, if you like. I don't think anything too bright. Which...
So kind of National Trust colours, those very greyed off, greeny colours. Well, I like those, but I think something with a bit more zest in it, a bit more rock and roll in it would be fun.
Lovely.
So why don't we get cracking and clear the room?
Yep, sounds good.
So you made it then?
Yep, managed to get it.
What were you doing?
Just finishing off a little job.
Little job, little job. Should we ever forget? This is, of course, Andy, joiner to the stars, and wearer of new T-shirts every week. What's this one? This all.
Look at that one, I saw. I love
So
that.
you've been sewing busy on this, have you?
Yeah, but they're quite quick. Good, but they're quite quick to knock up.
What's it for?
It's Linda's nursery. It's a little picket fence. Quite neat, really.
And it'll be functional, actually.
Oh yeah, hinged on the wall. Little batten on the wall and stick a hinge on it. It'd be lovely.
I
Little
mean,
thing.
they're quite small children. Is this going to be safe enough?
This be. Yeah, well, we took all the sharp edges off just by putting on a round on it, just to make it nice and safe for them.
And
so
we'll
there's no
paint it
problems.
up?
Yeah, we're going to paint it a nice colour. I'm not sure the colour at the moment, but I'm sure we'll do something with it.
Yeah,
No
okay.
problems.
Just wanted to say this.
What's that?
Don't take offence.
Right, we've got the paint here. What do you think?
Very green.
It is green. It's a lime green, kind of ochre green. I like to
Hangover
think
green.
it. What do you think? Do you think they'll like it? You're not sure.
We'll
I can
see.
tell you're not sure.
No, actually, I think those two are right. That's...
Yeah.
That one.
The stronger one, we're just going to have
I might have serious
bits
problems.
of.
Especially
Basically,
if I was wearing
what we're going to do really is have like a gingham look on the whole wall. So we're going to grid the whole of the walls up and then paint in squares.
Down the road, it's looking more tasteful. Or is it?
That's looking brilliant. When you finish that, I want you to start on the tongue and groove down here.
Right.
Now, I know you weren't very keen on that. You had this idea of actually stripping that back.
Yeah.
I think that's always a very bad idea. You've got a lot of texture in the paint there, which I think is really nice. Also, this kind of thing was never designed to be seen as timber. You know, it's always supposed to be painted. So I think you might have to just trust me on that one.
This colour's so lovely, but it is brave. It is a bit different, but I thought they could cope with that. Do you think? Yeah. Just keep saying yes, Linda. Yes, Linda.
A room of this period is going to have should have a really deep, heavy skirting. It's going to be really practical with the toys and the children bumping into it. But it would just be totally out of budget to provide a deep skirting. So we'll use these two bits of MDF to make something up. Now what I thought was, if you put this one at a slightly lower level, you get that lip effect that you often have with early Victorian skirtings.
Yeah, right.
So we'll just put the picture frame moulding on the top, like that. I mean, I think that's going to look absolutely brilliant.
Okay, Victoria, what we're going to do is start gridding up the walls for the gingham effect. This is just a chalk line. Let it hang straight to get the level. And I'm just going to ping it here.
This is a plumb line which Linda has chalked.
Lawrence, how are you doing?
Hi.
You don't look like you've done very much.
Well, we've worked very hard at making it look as if we haven't done very much. We have actually based all the walls, and Andy's getting on with the little bits of woodwork like the new skirting and the dado, but we've got a lot of time to catch up on.
What's going to happen to the walls in the end?
Well, we're looking at a new slant on stenciling. Rather than putting paint through a stencil, we're actually going to be cross-hatching using felt tips, which should work quite well.
Felt tips.
Yes, yeah.
Not very
we'll
high
see.
tech, is it?
Oops. And yeah, wrong way.
I found this lying on the floor. What is it?
Well, I'm really pleased about these. These are for making a modern flush door look old-fashioned by putting the mouldings on. But they might have already been cut for you, and they're self-adhesive. So all we need to do is peel off the backing and stick them straight on the wall between the dado and the skirting.
Just
to give that
stick
kind of
and go.
exactly traditional panelled look.
Meanwhile, James and Linda are trying to get to grips with the bunk beds.
Okay, James, there looks to be a lot of timber here, and not so easy to follow step by.
There's only 25
here we
easy
go.
instructions.
20. Okay. Yes. Anyway, you're going to be doing this while we're upstairs.
What do you want me to do to it?
I think it's unfinished timber, so we're going to paint straight on with the colour. Nice Mediterranean blue.
Oh, good. All right.
So we should get a good coverage. Probably even only one coat.
Right. I hope so.
There we go. And a lap tube. We've got a level line showing where it should go. Just get it to correspond like that. And then just whoop it down. And you see, even the bends in the plaster, it will follow those around. And that really is stuck there. And as you can see, when it's painted up, with the skirting in as well, it really gives that 18th century feel that we're trying to get.
Yeah, that's great.
Linda's decided to replace the tatty bedroom carpet with hardboard flooring.
Very, very, very busy next door.
Oh, really good.
I've come to lay your delicious looking floor.
Right, Linda.
Okay, yeah.
See these? There's a nice staple gun from any hire shop.
Yeah?
They're very, very cheap to hire. They are absolutely brilliant.
It's pretty tricky to use.
No, it's not really. Staples just go in the end there like that. That's all
All
they
right.
They come like that.
Oh, they're
Single
brilliant.
thing.
Well, they should go right.
They go straight through. This has got the power. If you hit it hard enough, this has got the power to go right through. If you just hold that on there like that, in the mallet, I'll give it a good whack, really hard whack. That's it, hard. That's it, brilliant.
Oh, it's fine, isn't it?
It is brilliant. It really is. That's the one. Good. About every 3 inches when you're doing it. That's lovely.
What are they doing up there?
Laying the floor, hardboard floor. The old nailing gun.
Hardwood floor.
Hardboard floor.
Hardboard floor.
Hardboard. Now, come on, girl. Come on, girl.
That's pretty big and adventurous, is it not?
It is, yeah. It's all to do with the room. It will look nice when it's done, but it is a bit adventurous, yes, to say the least.
What else is there still to do?
Upstairs, there's still a bit of painting to be done up there. There's a few picket fences to be done up there.
A few picket fences.
A few picket
You're going to be
fences.
seeing picket fences in your dreams.
I'm dreaming of them tonight.
You must be really looking forward to seeing next door.
Oh, I am looking forward to it, but I feel a bit kind of ill at ease at the moment, I have to say.
I feel very sorry for the fact that everybody's been winding you up about it.
Slightly winding me up, but no, I wasn't nervous at the beginning, but I am now.
Since you've seen the shirts?
I've seen the paint-splattered shirts.
After their first day, how did they sleep?
Well, I did have a bit of an alarming dream, which involved us walking into our room that James and Victoria are doing, and not only had they shoved all the children's toys and books under the floorboards and pinned them down, they'd used bits of antique lace to decorate the walls, which were lime green, and I cried.
Well, we were pretty exhausted, but still had a nightmare last night. Dreamt that after finishing all the checks in that room upstairs, we had to do another room, exactly the same, more checks, twice the size.
I'm a bit worried because Henry actually liked that old wallpaper quite a lot, and he's fairly emotional, so he might burst into tears. I certainly won't, but he might.
I'm getting slightly nervous, I have to say.
So, I'll just hand them to you and you stick them on the wall, right?
Yeah, fine.
Go on then.
Crack away, shall I? Yeah? Right, all we need to do first of all, though, is just roughly measure out of our wall, which is 475.
Do they don't actually use this as a fireplace or anything, do they not?
No, I think it's more decorative than anything else.
Victoria, what I want to do is print up this fabric for the blinds with some little vegetable motifs. A bit like potato printing, you know, blot, blot, blot.
Right.
Done quite quickly.
Okay.
But we've got to make the stamp. So I've got a little plate here with some vegetable motifs on. And I thought if we took one of those, just draw it quickly on paper, cut it out of the foam, and then we contact adhesive onto a block, and then literally we're just going print, print.
Oh, look, there's all squidgy stuff coming out the bottom.
Yeah, we're cleaning it off. All right, so
okay.
what you do is you get your spacer.
Spacer?
Some of it. Oh, you've already got some.
Yeah, is that what it is?
And then we place it there, like in the corner. We get this little one. And put it up to it.
So, I mean, just a very simple motif. Just place it over the rubber and cut out with a scalpel. And I think it just makes that cheap fabric look really nice and kind of expensive looking.
Run it a few times over till you cut the grain from the tile. Tile up, centre mark. Away you go.
Wow!
Bit of the old adhesive on the end. Now see if it fits.
It could be a future for you in this as you stick at it.
We can mix these colours, use fabric paints, so it's washable.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Lawrence is going to paint a thin coat of green over the blue to create an antique look.
Well, I've just got an ordinary household candle, and what's going to happen is that where we put the wax, you're going to get the blue coming through the top coat of green, so it's going to look like the paint's chipped off over the years.
Great.
The important thing to do is soften the candles up a bit first, and really get a lot happening on the corners and the edges where you get the paint chipping off naturally. So if you carry on with that bit up there, I'll just get in these panel moulds here. Oh. Ooh.
Oh, I see. Magnificent. So it really doesn't stick at all, does it?
Particularly where there's a lot of wax. But that's really good. You see the colour contrast is just about right.
Yes.
You've got enough of the blue coming through to really give it a bit of life. And both these paints are from Fads. They're not anything tricky, they're not specially mixed up, they're just standard colours. And it's just a question of how you pick your combinations.
In the nursery, that bunk bed's causing problems.
See a nice 10 minutes job this is.
Yeah, no problem.
Come back in an hour and a half, we're still going to be here.
2 hours to go, and Linda's found time to stick wee beasties on an IKEA toy chest.
Doesn't really matter where they go, actually. I thought the snake could wind around the bottom. Yeah, maybe just coming around the edge.
So this is 10175.
Alright, so if we look on the 175, there's these ones, which
Right.
I've got in my hand.
Okay. Where does it go?
Something's not right here.
Lawrence looks dreadful.
What is it?
Well, we've taken off all the grey backing. This is the wrong way round, don't forget.
All right. I was thinking, I know you're going to distress the mirror, but this is like, horrible.
This is the back side of it, as it were. And now, what I'm doing is putting more of the paint stripper on in these big globs, which will take off the silver. Yeah, now do, because this stuff is very powerful.
So it takes off the actual silver?
Yeah, this kind of coppery coloured, the coppery coloured area is the back of the silver. You can see where it's actually eaten through the silver in some areas, where it's gone more silver colour.
But surely, is it trendy then to have a distressed mirror rather than a nice clean one?
I mean, I think that everything is, it's far trendier to have anything distressed at the moment.
Are you feeling distressed?
I'm feeling extremely distressed.
It's a foot shorter than the bed. So the ladder goes up.
So these ones, what side of the bed? The ladder's going that side, isn't it?
We want the bed there, don't we?
The bed's going there, is it?
I think.
Okay, well, we'd better get on with the stenciling.
1 hour to go, and I just hope this works.
And what we're going to do is just cross-hatch it. When I did a trial of this, I spent so long getting all the lines nice and straight, and it looked so awful as a result. You're far better off just, colouring in quite randomly. But when it's done, it really does look like cross-stitched motifs.
Hi.
Hi.
It's like you're just about adding the finishing touch.
Well, there's a few more bits and pieces to hang from here, but do you like the look?
It looks terrific. What's this?
This is just made out of MDF. We've just scored 2 circles and cut a collar, which is just then literally fixed to the ceiling with some blocks.
And the vegetables, they're terrific.
I know, they're cute, aren't they? I was
Where'd you
really
buy something
pleased
like that?
when I found these. Just in a good florist shop I got them.
Expensive?
You know, like these dragonflies, these were like 50p, and cabbages, they were a bit more, like £2. And
Oh, so they're not eating into your budget too much?
No.
Look at the quality on that.
Go and get, you know the other stuff, we'll just have to tie more around it and just busk it.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh no, we haven't done anything about that light.
Ah, fruit! This is the same blue that's on the bed.
Yeah, oh brilliant, touching up jobs.
We'll use that as well. Right, we're finished.
Yay! Well, that's it. The 2 days are up and it's time for the moment of truth.
Will Victoria and James love their new breakfast room? And what will Mint and Archie make of those lime green checks?
Oh, you got finished in the end then?
We just about did it.
You don't even look too flustered. Well done.
I feel it.
Right, let's take a look at some of the details. Most expensive item, what was that?
That's probably the seating. It was £129, but it meant that we could, you know, put a load of stuff in, all the toys that were in, and it's also good for, you know, just seating, reading stories and all that kind of thing.
Sure, and so the bed was how much comparatively?
The bed was 99 and that was 129.
What about best bargain?
I think it has to be the peg rails, really. We made that up out of timber. It was about £20 for the whole lot, and we covered a lot of wall space with those nifty peg rails, and they can hang anything from there.
Yeah.
Toys and what have you.
So that was quite handy. What about other bits and pieces? What anything particularly springs to mind? Your fabrics and things?
Yeah, the fabric, I chose quite an expensive one comparatively to like the blind fabric, which is £3. The colourful one was £13.50 a metre, which was quite a lot, but we only needed a little bit.
And of course you made that £3 fabric go a long way by printing it.
Yes, yes.
That's terrific. Good idea. And what about these storage boxes? I'm intrigued by them.
They're good. They were only £9.99 each, but we could stack 3 on top of the other, which meant that the kids could access their toys and books.
So they don't have to lift the whole thing.
Exactly, yeah. And they're all hidden behind that picket fence.
Wow.
So
great.
That's it.
I hope they like it.
I do too.
I can just bring you in here.
Yeah.
And right into the corner here, and Archie. Turn around this way a little bit. Right. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes.
It's fantastic!
Right, we've got
it's really wonderful.
hand-painted Roman blind here, printed by your neighbour.
Classic.
Printed, hand-printed. The fringe curtains, and we spent ages doing the gingham walls. The bed.
The boats. Brilliant.
Now, do your children like eating vegetables?
Oh, I do worry about them swinging off them. Oh gosh, it's wonderful.
You've got tears in your eyes.
I knew I would. Can we kind of look?
Tears of horror, I hope.
Oh look!
It's brilliant. That is
Storage
so good.
space in there too. You can put all their
Oh,
toys
that's
in.
absolutely fantastic.
We've got the picket fences to put some toys in behind here too. And on the other
It's
side.
really, and it matches us. Oh, it's wow.
No, it's superb, isn't it?
And did Victoria make these?
Yes, we all made them.
You all made
Yeah.
them. Oh wow. No, it's really
Brilliant.
fab.
Really, really
Oh, it's just smashing.
But you don't like green, do you? Heard afterwards.
No, I didn't. I hated it, but I mean, when you see it like this, it's fine.
Fine.
I think Robert Burns would be thrilled with this. And I think you look every inch the Scottish lord sitting here in your little tartan jacket.
Thank you.
Happy with it?
Well, I'm not really. I think it's gone a bit tasteful. I was hoping for something a bit more, you know, gutsy, but I think Victoria will like it.
What about your separate items now? Which was the most expensive?
The fabric, £12.50 a metre, but from John Lewis, so it's expensive for them. But
and widely available.
Yeah, very widely available.
Cheapest? Best bargain?
I think one of the best bargain are the free baby food jars, which we've painted to put nightlight holders in. Can't get cheaper than that.
No, and you can feed the kids at the same time.
Exactly. But the other thing that was a real star was the Georgian door kits, which we've used for the panelling, which were $14.29, and you get 4 panels out of that.
So it was well worth it.
Yeah.
Anything else that you're particularly pleased with? This tabletop's very impressive.
Just old floorboards.
So cheap too.
Very cheap, yeah.
You've used a lot of paint, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, we've had 2 coats on all the woodwork, so we've spent about £50.
That's not bad, though.
Which is not bad. Both of the colours are from Fads. They're just standard range, ready-mixed colours.
And overall, have you managed to keep within the budget?
Well, I think we've got about £60, £70 change. I know.
Enough to buy the banquet, then? We could have the hog's head in the middle, orange stuffed in its mouth, and Mel Gibson. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
You better open your eyes then.
Oh my God! Oh, that's
lovely.
Oh, brilliant. That's good.
That's super. So distressed.
Can't walk away, come here. You're a really emotional pair, you two, you and Mint.
dreading it so much. Oh, wonderful.
And I know that you thought that the table you had was a bit narrow.
Yeah,
We've still got the same table underneath.
I love that.
It's just a new top.
That's such a good
And new
idea.
garden shears.
Oh, wow.
Couple of other things.
This.
Do you recognise this candlestick holder?
How did you stick it on there?
Aha! Trade secret.
And you didn't pick it up?
As I was saving it for here.
Oh, right, all right.
As a housewarming.
Used it
It's
now.
wonderful.
Bit of an unusual light fitting for your kitchen. We thought it'd be quite fun. The
I'm
colander
just
light.
amazed.
Why don't you have
Don't touch it, Jane.
Have a seat. I'll bring the chair around for you.
Fine, Doris, I can kiss him.
Happy?
I'm thrilled. I'm really thrilled. It is beautiful.
Hey, here they come. Well done. Hard work. Where are the designers?
Thank you so much. I'm so thrilled.
Yay! Everybody a drink. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yay. Well, that's it from the Baronial Hall in Peckham. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week on Changing Rooms. Cheers!
Cheers.